The rules have changed, and most green card holders have no idea how serious this is. If you are a lawful permanent resident, or if someone you love is, what you're about to read could determine whether that green card stays valid or disappears forever. These are not rumors. These are not internet theories. These are real changes passed by Congress, and they are already affecting people across the United States. Here's the uncomfortable truth. The era of set it and forget it green cards is over. For years, many green card holders believed that once they had permanent residence, they were safe. Travel freely, live part-time abroad, file taxes later, skip an appointment or two, no big deal. That mindset can now cost you everything. Congress has approved sweeping immigration changes that place green card holders under much tighter scrutiny. The goal, according to lawmakers, is to strengthen enforcement, reduce fraud, and make sure permanent residents are truly living in the US and following the law. But the real-world impact? Millions of people are now at risk, even those who've lived in America for decades. And here's the most important part. You can lose your green card even if you didn't do anything wrong. Let's start with the biggest change that's catching people off guard. Physical presence. Rules are now stricter than ever previously. The general understanding was simple. Travel abroad for under 6 months, usually fine. Stay out more than 1 year, risky unless you had a re-entry permit. Now, the rules are much tighter. Under the new law, you must be physically present in the US at least 6 months out of every 12 months. Over a 3-year period, spending more than 18 months outside the US can trigger abandonment concerns. Immigration officers can now review your travel history in detail, not just your most recent trip. This means if you work overseas part-time, care for family abroad, own property outside the US, travel frequently for business, you are now at risk. And here's the part people miss. Intent matters. If the government believes you don't truly live in the US, your green card can be taken away, even if you never overstayed a trip. That's why documentation is now critical. You must keep boarding passes, passport stamps, travel itineraries, proof of US residence employment records. And if you plan to stay abroad for an extended time, you must apply for a re-entry permit before leaving the US. Without it, your return could be denied. The hidden danger. Most people ignore. Many green card holders assume, I've had my green card for years. They won't question me. That's no longer true. Immigration is now using automated travel tracking, airline data, passport scans, border entry logs. They can see exactly how long you were gone. And if they think your life is based outside the US, your status is at risk, even if you pay taxes and own property here. This is why what happens next is even more serious. The silent traps that can cost you your status. Now let's talk about the changes most people don't see coming, the ones quietly destroying green card cases. Mandatory biometrics. Every 5 years. This is new and extremely dangerous if ignored. Green card holders must now update fingerprints, submit photos, verify identity, attend biometric appointments. And this happens every 5 years, even if your card hasn't expired. If you miss your appointment, your status can be revoked, not delayed, not warned, revoked. And here's the scary part. USCIS sends notices by mail. If you moved and forgot to update your address using Form AR11, you may never receive the notice, and missing it can cost you your green card. Ongoing background checks. This is one of the biggest changes nobody is talking about. Green card holders are now under continuous background monitoring. That means arrests are automatically reported. Police records are shared. Even minor charges can be reviewed. Crimes that now trigger serious consequences include DUI or reckless driving, domestic disputes, drug-related offences, fraud or false statements, firearm violations. Even old cases, even expunged ones, can resurface. The system is no longer apply once and forget. It's constant evaluation. Tax compliance is now immigration business. This part is huge. USCIS and the IRS now share data. If you are a green card holder, you must file US taxes every year. You must report worldwide income. You must show proof when asked. Failure to file taxes can now lead to denial of citizenship, loss of permanent residence, removal proceedings. And no, I lived abroad is not an excuse. If you're behind on taxes, fix it now. The IRS has programs to help, but immigration won't wait. Public benefits can hurt your case. Another major change involves public assistance. If you receive SNAP, food stamps, non-emergency Medicaid cash assistance, housing subsidies, it can now be considered when reviewing your immigration status or citizenship application. This doesn't mean automatic denial, but it does raise red flags. You must be able to prove the assistance was temporary. You are working or seeking work. You are financially self-sufficient. Documentation is everything. One mistake that can end everything. Checking the wrong box. It happens more than you think. Some states automatically offer voter registration when you apply for a driver's license. If you accidentally check US citizen, even once, even by mistake, that can lead to deportation. There is no forgiveness clause. False claims to citizenship are among the most serious immigration violations. Deportation risks are higher than ever. Here's the part that should truly get your attention. Congress expanded the list of deportable offenses. That means more people are now removable than ever before. Expedited removal is back, and faster. Previously, green card holders had the right to appear before a judge, present evidence, apply for relief. Now, in certain cases, deportation can happen without a full hearing. This applies to certain criminal convictions, alleged national security risks, fraud cases. Once expedited removal begins, your options are extremely limited. Re-entry permits are now restricted. Before, you could apply repeatedly. Stay outside the US up to 2 years. Now, only one re-entry permit every 5 years. No extensions beyond that. Long-term travelers are at risk. If your job or family requires long absences, you must reconsider your immigration strategy. Social Security cross-checks. USCIS now works closely with Social Security. If you work under the table, use a fake SSN. Don't pay payroll taxes, it will be discovered. Consequences include deportation, criminal charges, permanent bars from re-entry. Citizenship interviews are tougher. The civics test is harder. The English requirement is stricter. The questioning is deeper. They now ask about every trip abroad, every job, every tax filing, every address, every interaction with police inconsistencies, red flags. Guessing, dangerous. Lying, permanent consequences. Part 4. What you must do now to protect yourself. 1,000 words. Now let's talk solutions, because there is a way to protect yourself. Step 1. Track your travel. Keep a record of departure dates, return dates, purpose of travel. This is no longer optional. Step 2. Update your address file form. AR11 within 10 days of moving. Every time, no exceptions. Step 3. File taxes every year. Even if you earn nothing, you live abroad. You're unemployed, file anyway. Step 4. Attend all USCIS appointments, biometrics, interviews, requests, never ignore them. Step 5. Avoid legal trouble. One arrest can change everything. If charged, hire a criminal lawyer. Hire an immigration lawyer. Never plead guilty without immigration advice. Step 6. Be honest. Always mistakes can be forgiven. Lies cannot. Step 7. Maintain US ties. Keep a home, a bank account, a driver's license, family connections. These prove intent to live permanently in the US. Step 8. Consider citizenship. If eligible, apply. Citizenship protects you from deportation, removes travel limits, ends most of these risks. It is the strongest protection you can have. Final warning and takeaway. These new rules are not theoretical. They are real, they are active, and they are already affecting people. Green card holders are now expected to follow stricter rules, prove compliance, stay constantly documented. The days of being passive are over. If you ignore these changes, you could lose everything: your job, your home, your future in the US. But if you stay informed, prepared, and compliant, you can protect yourself. If you found this helpful, leave a comment below with your biggest concern. Share this with anyone who has a green card. This information could save their status. And make sure to subscribe so you don't miss future immigration updates. Because in today's immigration system, knowledge isn't power, it's protection.